Nice set, nice show.
Thank you.
It looks like your house. It's like a rock concert, the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
It certainly is.
It's crazy.
It's crazy here. The people are...
They're wild. They go wild. Thank you.
Some of it has to do with you.
I don't think so.
Some of it's the music. A lot of it is you.
You did get them pumped up with the music warm-up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would.
Yeah. We tried the easy listening stuff. It didn't work.
No, you didn't. Easy hits from yesterday and today. No?
Hey, you're just flying all over the place. You were so great. I don't know if you saw him hosting Saturday Night Live this past weekend.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Now, I've done that before. This is your second time doing it. Do you love doing it?
I love it. That's great. I mean, it's really the only place. Lorne Michaels, who's the famous old boss of the show, has been, I don't want to say old.
Yeah,
he's not
you
an
did.
older
You
guy.
said old boss.
I did. I hope he doesn't watch.
Yeah.
Is wonderful. And he sort of made this point at the end. He was like, this is the only game in town. If you want, he's sort of like Dr. Evil.
Who's that?
That's a bad Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
It's nice since none of them know who Lorne Michaels is. It didn't bomb as hard as it did when you pointed out that it was very, very bad. Anyway, he said. It's true. It's sort of the only thing. If you like doing sort of sketch comedy stuff, that's really the only place to do it. And I love it. I had a great time.
It's so fast-paced. You don't realize because it's live, which is obvious. It's called Saturday Night Live. But literally, as soon as you finish a sketch, when it goes to commercial, they're grabbing you and pulling your clothes off and putting you in a new outfit.
I thought I did something wrong. Yeah. I thought they were going to pull me over and fire me or something. The first time they grabbed me by the hand, come this way. That hadn't happened to me since 3rd grade. You know what I mean? It was like getting marched to the principal's office. But yeah, there's 5 people around you, and they tear your pants off, and they put different hair on, and the whole thing.
And you're behind like a sheet, and someone's outside counting 45 seconds, 30 seconds, and they're still putting a wig on. But after the monologue, they literally grab your arm and yank you, which they don't warn you about. It felt like that for me too.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I thought maybe I was slow. But they did to you makes me feel good.
No.
You have to really grab Ben. They got the word ahead of time. He doesn't understand. You need to be very forceful with him.
But the monologues, whenever people are hosting, I think that's what people tune in for more than anything, to see what you were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And I loved, if you didn't see it, can we show just a clip of the
Sure,
monologue?
it was a lot of fun.
This is a little bit of what you did in the monologue.
I'm thinking ahead. I got my bases covered for the next time. Ready? Ben Yonsei. What happened? I mean, nobody saw the J-Lo thing coming. I don't know. Or how about Bopra? Well, to be honest, she's looking very good these days. Very attractive woman. I guess this is maybe kind of a long shot, but Mary-Kate and Affleck.
Now, my feelings were hurt because I don't know why you didn't think of this.
I thought it was going to be DeBellin.
No.
DeBenerous.
So whenever you want to wear it, you
got a good ring to it.
I think so.
Watch out. I'll come after you. I don't have any compunction whatsoever. At all. Or tact. As it turns out.
You're very, very funny. So now I love that you're addressing that head on, because that must have been aggravating to hear people say that, and then became such a name, and now you're going through this breakup publicly, and you're dealing with it very well.
They're going through the breakup. I mean, the breakup just happens. It's actually, that happens if you're lucky. It does. The longest they take is like the 3-day breakups, which are always bad. You know what I mean? Where you break up, but then you're still hanging around the house, and maybe I don't know. All right, no, I'm leaving. You know, you get up, but you don't have anywhere to go, and wait till someone gets an apartment. But it happens relatively quickly, and then it plays out in the press. But yeah, I mean, the thing that's not so fun, because it's actually, people are real, people have real feelings, and it's private, the own thing. But the name thing is a kind of part of what became so totally crazy. You know what I mean? That there's all this attention to it, and that people seem to be continually interested in it is weird. I'm sort of glad that is over. Not the relationship per se, but the whole hysteria of it. You know, it feels like a hair shirt I finally got to take off or something.
A hair shirt?
A hair shirts, that may have been the wrong joke to choose for this demographic. They're used by monks in the Middle Ages to inflict agony on themselves, to continual suffering. Yes. Yeah.
You see?
It's sort of like bombing with a joke on the show.
No, not at all. I was actually more pondering it, thinking you're good looking, you're charming, you're funny, and you're informative.
And why does he wear hair shirts?
Yeah.
We're wondering. Hair shirts is what Robin Williams' chest looks like.
He was on the show talking about Coco the gorilla being attracted to him. Actually, seriously.
Robin embraces it. You know what I mean? He doesn't wax the back or anything.
No.
He's got a back fro.
No, he does. He does have a back fro. Well, anyway, but so I'm glad
So
that
yeah,
you're
I
doing
mean,
okay with it.
it's what it is. You know how it is. You know how it
I
goes.
don't. I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. I can't imagine.
No, I know you can.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm going to put you on the spot here because I know you like to play poker, and I'm learning how to play poker, and we're having a big event to raise money for Peace Games, this organization I'm very involved with, and I thought maybe...
This is the time where you, like, sort of mention this in a kind of vaguely insulting way, like you weren't invited, we're letting you know.
No.
Only big names can come.
I'm saying, will you please do it? It's
Sure,
April 16th.
Sure, of course. April 16th where?
Here. Are you not here?
April 13th, I have to be in Boston, but I will try to make it back for that, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Here on this show?
No, not here on the show.
We could probably work the logistics out during the break.
Yeah, we will. But you said you'll do it.
I said I will.
Fantastic. We'll be right back, right after this. We're back with Ben Affleck. That looks really good.
It is actually a really wonderful movie. I'm really proud of it. I'm really pleased. I think it's Kevin Smith's movie. It's definitely my favorite of my own work that I've ever done. So it's nice. It's nice because, you know, I had another movie that, like The Passion of the Christ, I was also crucified.
Uh-huh.
And so it's nice to have one that you're proud of and that you like.
It's just amazing how people just don't let go when they decide that something didn't work. You just never hear the end of that.
Turns out, yeah, it's fun. It's like anything that's fun for the press. It's either like becomes about like, oh, aren't these people interesting and wonderful? And then it's the other thing.
Right.
Which is not as much fun if you're that thing.
No. Doesn't
But
feel good.
this is nice. This is really a nice thing. And it's a really great movie. Family movie and also a movie that grown-ups like, you know, so it reaches all.
No, it's a sweet story. Jason Biggs was on last
Jason's
week,
really
and
good,
he said it's a really great story.
Yeah,
So how's your mom doing? I know you're as close to your mom as I am to my mom.
I met your mom, in fact, one time. Yes, my mom is doing well. She's teaching me. You know, my mom has always labored to teach me about responsibility. That's mom's big thing. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. But she's a little crazy, my mom. Like when I was, for example, when I was a boy, I wanted a dog, like many boys do. And we lived in the city, and so my mother said, well, you'll never walk the dog. I can't, you know, it requires a lot of care, and, you know, you won't do it because you're 10 years old. I said, no, I will do it. I nagged her. Finally, she said, okay, well, you have to show me that you're responsible enough to have the dog. And I said, well, how do I have to do that? She said, well, you have to walk the dog. Show me that you'll walk the dog for a month before we get it. I said, well, how am I going to show you? And she was like, I want you to take this leash and walk an imaginary dog around the block 3 times a day. It's a little cruel, right? My mother is also a sadist, which is interesting. And so I was like determined to do it. And so I just started taking the leash. You know, I had friends on this block, mind you, out of the house and walking around the block with it. Of course, the first couple of weeks, I would holding the leash, like doing the imaginary thing. Then I realized that when I got around to the other side of the block, when Mom couldn't see me and other people could, and they'd be like, what are you doing? You know? And I'd be like, this is my belt. I started hiding it. So I did it anyway for three weeks until finally my mother realized that I wasn't going to budge. And she was like, you know what? It's more than just walking a dog. It's feeding. It's picking up after it. And I just don't think you're ready. So I got nixed anyway. And I suffered the humiliation of walking the phantom dog, as is now known in the film.
That's not fair.
Not really.
You could have at least walked somebody's dog that needed walking.
That's true. There's a lot of dogs that need walking.
Yeah, she could have given you a real dog to walk instead of an imaginary dog.
I know. Well, I made up for it. I have 5 dogs now.
Yeah,
I'm like the kid who couldn't eat sugar when he was young and is now 400 pounds.
Now, I saw 3 dogs. You have 5 now?
Well, there's people that live on sort of next to where I live and take care of the area. It's a big country place, and they have a couple of dogs too. Oh. So there's a bunch of dogs.
Well, good for
it's
you.
a pack.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You should at least have an even number, though. Get 6.
Yeah. I still, one of the funny things is I'm still fond of walking the imaginary dog. Isn't that strange? I find myself wandering around with the leash every now and again.
They're a lot less responsibility, I find.
They are.
Just to have that. Hey, we have to, can you believe it, another commercial, but then you're gonna teach me how to dance.
I'm going to teach you some tricks for people who can't dance but want to be able to get away with it, which by the look of this audience... No,
He doesn't mean it.
I saw dancing up here before during the break. No, I can't dance.
He
so I've
doesn't
learned
mean
these
it.
tricks,
What he meant.
Cut that out of the show.
Yeah.
Can we cut that out? I
Yeah.
love you, America. You can dance.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back with Ben Affleck, who is loving the way that America dances. That's a good.
I love America, and I love America dancing.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Which is why I miss Danny Terrio in Dance Fever.
Oh, I used to love that show.
I know, me too.
And Soul Train and all that. That's
Soul Train was,
it was Did
great.
you used to watch Soul Train?
All the time, yeah. Now with the shows, they don't do the dancing so much anymore, like TRL and that stuff. It's
No.
just kids yelling. It
Yes.
used to be kids dancing, now they just scream.
Oh, TRL,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It just what?
You can't hear, you're doing the interview. I also feel like I'm 70 years old on TRL. You know what I mean?
I feel like that too. I listen to the lyrics. I'm like, they can't. What if kids are listening to that? Those are obscene lyrics.
My God, it's pornography.
Yeah.
I know. I feel the same way. I don't know.
Knocking boots. Children shouldn't be knocking boots.
You shouldn't even be tapping boots
No.
at that age.
No. All right. So, but you're going to teach me how to dance.
This is some tricks. They asked me, can you dance? I said no. But, you know, my relationship with Jennifer is in the music world, also can quite obviously dance, a professional dancer. And so I was called upon in some situations to do where there was some dancing, and I had to like...
What situations?
Social gatherings.
Okay.
People meet, just start dancing. That's
Really?
how they do it in the music business.
Is that
They're
what
crazy, the
Oh,
musicians.
wow.
They love to dance and sing.
It's a glimpse into the music business.
Isn't that nice?
All right.
So what I do, there's two things, is you do like very minimal movement, try to find the beat, and then also act like you're constantly seeing and recognizing people and say hello to them. Okay?
So that it doesn't look like you're fully committed.
Exactly. So you're kind of distracted, so no one can judge you. Because no, I was greeting other people. I wasn't really. You're also like cool and detached.
Okay. So
You ready?
what kind of music do we have?
Any music that has a little rhythm to it. The rhythm music. Some of the rhythm.
How unhip is that? Anything that has rhythm to it. All right.
I did have a face, like a dancing face, apparently. Jennifer used to be like, "What? Stop doing the face. The face is horrible."
Well, what is the face? I have a
think it
face
was
too.
like-
I realize I make a face.
I realized that my face is like, have you ever watched the professional bodybuilding contest?
Oh.
It's the bad fake
it-
smile face, you know, they always
Really?
flex and they're like... Yeah, I realized I was doing that face.
All right.
It's like a face.
But I thought you could really